Yes, David.
Where did you advertise these? I'm curious.
This is mostly targeting, for this particular project, it was mostly targeting African Americans 18 to 35. So we used a lot of social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We also did a lot of in-person events, and we're continuing to do more in-person events, two that are coming up this week. So I can send you all out the flyer. I think we have some sample flyers out as well. So doing a lot of in-person engagement as well, using hip hop and art, you know, painting and spoken word and technology as a way to get people to know about, and radio interviews. We did a lot of radio advertisement to get people to know about the contest, know about the project, and kind of come and be at the table and have conversation in a very informal way. And then through that conversation, people's ideas start to come out, and you kind of hear more about what people want to see and what people need. And then that kind of helps facilitate their submissions to these types of projects. Does that answer your question?
It does. Yes, thank you. I just wondered because I guess because the risk of targeting the too narrowly is that you don't get the crossover from other groups who are interested, but they don't know how to be part of it.
Right.
So
yeah.
how do you, I guess that's sort of the danger of being perhaps too focused.
Right. No, I totally agree with you. A lot of the messaging that we had did not say, oh, you need to be African American 18 to 35. It was just when we were developing the materials, we had that in mind when we went and approached different organizations in Durham, who a lot of whom are in this room today. They largely reached that demographic of people, and so that was and also because they are at the highest risk. That these are the people who represent the epidemic in this area, right? And so being very specific about what type of audience you're trying to reach is important, but also being open to allowing submissions from different people as well. So we had submissions one was from an Asian woman, a few from white men, we had black women, black men, you know, so we had a wide array and wide age range of people who submitted material to the contest.
Awesome.
You know, over 1,000 page visits to Facebook and 585 views of our videos on Facebook and 884 on YouTube. And I'll show you one of the videos that we used. And then reach is kind of just this generic kind of, I would say sort of inflated number, but the idea that anybody who has seen any material related to Beat HIV, that's what that number is capturing. So we've reached over, now it's over 50,000, probably over 60,000, but I haven't crunched the numbers yet. Okay, so these are the contest winners from our last contest, and we are rolling out a new contest that will occur in May. But this contest, what does HIV Cure mean to you? We had several submissions from, like I said, in various demographic groups. This one is from a student, and I'll play the video in a second. This one is from some of our partners out in Seattle, but they were very excited about this project. We wanted to submit some stuff, so you don't have to wear a lab coat to help us find a cure for HIV. And then this one is from a mother and son group, you know, a mother and son team. They work together, and this is why we really love this one. They work together to like talk about cure and HIV and talking about what are the elements that are necessary for us to reach a cure and reach an HIV-free society. So they have self-determination, equality and justice, peace, medical technology, communication, knowledge, affordability, respect and remembrance, and individuality. All of those are an element of a cure. Almost made me cry. Okay. And then just really quickly,
how much does your conversation stray towards prevention when you're talking to people about the cure?
there's definitely a discussion about prevention and the need to, most of the conversation is focusing on how cure is a part of a continuum where you have to prevent people from getting HIV. You also have to focus on treatment and how people who are in treatment can prevent themselves from passing it on to other people. And even with that technology in and of itself, we could, theoretically reach an HIV-free society, people preventing it and from passing it on. But if we were to also have the option of having technology and medication that would push HIV virus out of hiding spots in the body and kill it and eradicate the virus from people's bodies, why wouldn't we have that also? And so having that as a part of this continuum of conversation, that's part of what, that's part of the message that I'm communicating with people in these events, but then also talking about conspiracy theories. I know some of the people in this room were at that event when we talked about conspiracy theories around HIV. A lot of people think that Magic Johnson is cured of HIV, and these are very well educated people that I talk to, and they're like, Magic Johnson's cured, right? And I'm like, he's not. I promise you. So yeah, no, there's a lot of conspiracy theories, a lot of misinformation that still needs to be addressed in order for us to actually reach that cure. Any other questions?